and welcome back to DML. So today I wanted to talk about the new dragon race that will be coming tomorrow. So we did get the little calendar mini picture here that shows that we're getting a mini dragon race on the 18th, which is actually tomorrow now. But the thing about this weekend race is that there is actually going to be a dragon as one of the prizes. We know this because it shows us on the DML wiki. It says weekend dragon race 18th of the 5th, and at 3 million points you get the Trickster Dragon. And so the Trickster Dragon is a dragon that I have loved for a long time, and he has never ever been available in game before. So technically he is a new dragon. I mean, just look at him. The Trickster's such a cool looking guy, and he is an epic water, energy and fire dragon. Again, not something you'd use late game, but just look at the guy. Who doesn't want him in their collection? But the thing that is the issue here is, I mean, it's a weekend dragon race, and it's only going to be over 3 days, and we have to hit 3 million points? Is that what the DML wiki's telling us right here? 3 million? If we want to get the Trickster? Like, how many clans are actually going to be able to reach that point? But, you know, if you did want to see any of the confirmation about this from some Gameloft employee, because normally I don't like to just, you know, assume information just off of the wiki. I like to at least have something said by Gameloft themselves. Well, Andrew said, hello, you can read some info below about the coming weekend race. The milestone prizes are adjusted to 3 days. The 5th milestone prize, the Trickster Dragon, if you manage to reach this, everyone who participates will receive it. So if you are in the clan that gets to 3 million points, every single person will be winning that Trickster Dragon, which is pretty neat. And it won't have any impact on promotion or demotion, but it affects the monthly leaderboard. Quests will be very similar to the usual ones, and bringing your leftover materials from the previous clan race sounds like a good idea, but there's no such feature in this weekend race. So it's pretty much exactly the same as what we have going on right now, except it is just going to be a special mini weekend version. And don't get me wrong, I like the fact that they're coming up with new sort of quests and new stuff to do in game and all of that. Again, my main question is how many clans are actually going to hit 3 million points, if that's actually correct? Because I mean, we're at 200,000 points after the whole week here, and the top clan in this bracket is 667,000 points. So I mean, 3 million is meant to be the base for this version, so I'm going to assume that they have indeed reduced it. But even if it's like 1 million points, how many clans are going to do that in 3 days? Probably not a lot. So, you know, we'll try our best, because I do want him. I wanted him ever since we saw him in the release notes. Like, I don't even remember how far back it was that that Trickster Dragon got sort of not really leaked isn't the right word for it. I mean, they do, Gameloft send the images to the DML wiki, and then the DML wiki posts them. That's not really leaking info, is it? Not quite. But, I mean, he's a cool guy, and maybe it will spur some people to really try on this clan event this weekend. Because, you know, most clans, what ends up happening is, even if you get to max level, a lot of people end up sort of dropping off. Or they're like, oh god, it's the same dragon race again and again and again, and it's just so boring. And people don't log in, they can't be bothered. Again, unless you're in one of those clans that's really regimented and you're like, you have to get this amount of points, otherwise you're getting kicked. And you know, to the people that do that, at least they can guarantee that they're gonna get a lot of, you know, free stuff, essentially, or just stuff from the clan events in general. So I don't blame people for running their clans, like, pretty seriously. It's just, in our clan, you know, sometimes, or a lot of the time, I'm pretty lazy about it. So I don't feel like it's right for me to kick other people out just for doing the same thing that I'd do anyway. You know, I'd seem like a massive hypocrite if I did that. Although, I have been trying to keep track of who is literally just not logging in at all, because if you're just not on the game, you're just, like, giving up on DML as a whole, there is no point in them being in the clan. So I am trying to sort of figure out who those people are, It is kind of difficult to tell though, because, you know, sometimes it doesn't update properly on the in-game feed, and, you know, with so many names, half the time it doesn't even bring people's names up. So it can be annoying. Can be very annoying. But we'll sort it out, I'm sure. You know, at the end of the day, we have most of our clan rewards that we need anyway. It's just, you know, if they're going to start bringing out special dragons related to clan events, well, maybe that'll change my mind a little bit. Maybe it'll change a lot of people's minds, in fact. But I don't know how you feel about the Trickster Dragon. From what I heard, the first time we ever took a look at him, most people seem to like him. Again, I like him. I don't know how you feel. Maybe you think he's ugly. Maybe clowns spook you out, so you're not a fan of the whole, like, face paint thing that goes on with the Trickster Dragon. I don't know. Each to their own, I suppose. Oh, God, you want me to collect food from farm, but I put 6-hour food in. God damn, why are you gonna do this to me, game? But, you know, we'll keep doing these clan quests. We have almost hit 1,000 points for today already, which feels bad, man. We'll just refresh those 3 because they're not useful. And at least we got a legendary recipe coming through in a sec, which should help us out a bit. But you know, while we're here, we got our Lunar Dragon in our hatchery. We're not going to do anything with this guy, so let's hatch him. Again, the Lunar Dragon's so strange. His eye, like, it glows. It glows just like the moon and sun on his back. And I have absolutely nowhere to put him. At least we got some rewards from the Crowded Nursery event. You know, 1,500 points, you get 3 whole gems. Oh, goody. Oh, I've never seen so many gems in my life. But we are running out of space, as always. And we already have little Sevo here, who is our old Lunar Dragon. So we do have 2 of them. But he's going to have to go. So bye-bye. Bye-bye forever, little baby Lunar Dragon. I feel horrible every time I have to do that, but you can't blame me. What am I supposed to do when we have no habitat space? I try my best to level up as fast as I can, but it's just so painfully slow at this point. Like, it takes forever. Absolutely forever. Anyway, we'll do a couple of enchantment fights for now to get us through the rest of the day. Can he beat this guy? These 2 are an even level. Does our Frostbite win? No, he loses by the tiniest slither of health. You seeing that? That was a hard-fought battle right there. You know, you tried, Frostbite Dragon, and I think that's all that matters at the end of the day. I'm proud of you nonetheless. Why does this guy have 2 Stardust Dragons? 3 Stardust Dragons! Will it be 4? 4, 5? Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm expecting too much there. But why do you need that many Stardust Dragons? What the heck? You know, a lot of people really like the Stardust Dragon because it does have decently high stats, but you gotta remember, it's still an epic, and epics still suck, and epics will always suck. I'm sorry if I've offended anyone, but it's true. I'm not gonna hold the truth away from you just to save your fee-fees. The Stardust Dragon sucks because it's not legendary. Or above. Because obviously Divines are better than legendaries. You know, if I could, I would make it so that epics could, like, be on the same playing field as legendaries and Divines, but it just doesn't work. Because that's how this game is. You know, games like Pokemon and that, even really seemingly bad Pokemon can go up against some of the best, depending on the team, items, random gimmicks, but DML just doesn't work like that. And it's just because, you know, legendaries and that have no weakness, and plus they have higher base stats. And that's something you can't deny. It is just purely truth. So what would you rather have? Something that has no weakness and does more damage? Or would you rather something that does less damage and gets one-shot by a lot of stuff? I think the answer is obvious to a lot of people. But people still like to go, "No, Quacks, you're so rude. Epics can be good." I'm like, you're living in a dream world, my friend. You really are. I wish that I could make it so that epics weren't so trash, but it is the way it is. Although, you know, it is your game. If you really want to level them up and hold yourself back, you know, go ahead, but don't blame me when you get to like level 110 or something and then you can't beat anyone in the arena and then you're like, why do my dragons suck so bad? Well, it's because you leveled up 3 epics, you nonce. You know, I use that word in just like a jovial manner. I don't use it for its literal meaning. If you don't know what that is, just don't worry about it. If you don't know what that word means, just, you know, just go about your day and pretend you never heard it before. This person has a Chang dragon. So this guy that we're facing here could either be a very, very strong person, or they could just be someone that paid for the Chang. So we'll see. A level 45 Chang. A level 40... Wow, they have the Zeus as well. Jesus, how much cash did you splurge out on these divines, my friend? Now, to be fair, saying that is pretty rude, because a lot of people somehow managed to save up enough gems to afford the both of them. Although, I'm pretty sure they're the sort of people that have been hoarding for, like, years and never spent any gems. And then it's like, oh, finally an event for me! And then they spend everything. Absolutely everything that they own on, like, the Chang and the Zeus and that. So, you know, for the people that can genuinely sit there and do that, I have mad respect for you. Because I can't hoard. I always have things that I want to use the gems on. They're just so useful. For whatever. Plus, I'm very, very lazy, so sometimes if I just want to get a dragon out of, like, the hatchery or whatever, I will speed it up. Not very often now, but I used to do it quite a lot. Like, I've got 35 gems, I don't even know what I'm doing with these. I spent quite a lot on the whale mart, which maybe I shouldn't have, but it is what it is, okay? I'm still trying to breed for that pixie dot, by the way, for anyone that was curious. But we've still got half the month left, so I am not getting too spookified quite yet. If we get to like the last 4 days and we don't have it, then I might start getting a bit panicky. But half the month left, you know, we've only had half of it done, so it's still another 15 days just under. So we're gonna keep going, keep trying our best. Maybe we'll breed it on both accounts, who knows. That'll happen over time. But like I said, look forward to this new dragon. Such a cute little baby and such a weird yet intriguing adult design. Even the little tail has stars on it. Again, I'm a massive fan of this dragon. I hope that we can reach the milestone with our clan. If we can't, then that's just too bad. But make sure you're prepared for the weekend race anyway. So until next time, I will see you then.